What's up, brothers and sisters? It's your brother G World 7_D with a quick video. Um, I was gonna chill out, lay down, and rest. I'm going back to lay down, just get my little rest, and then get up and read some of my book, a book that I have. So I haven't read in a few weeks. Get back doing that. I want to make a quick comment on what I've seen on YouTube. It was a particular video that had some Africans, they might have been in the UK, talking negative on black Americans, man. And I want to say this now. A person that flees their country has no business talking about anyone or say anything negative about anyone, man. You fled your countries, all right? You fled your countries and you come into our country and you bring your self-hate mindset within our spaces. That to me is a big problem. Look, many of us know that you don't like us, and I really don't care. I will not be wearing no dashiki because I'm not an African. And then when we tell you that we're not Africans, you get offended by that. Get offended all you will. We're not Africans. We're Aboriginal blacks in this land. We're not ADOS. We're Aboriginal blacks in North America, what is now known as North America. That's who we are. We're the Aboriginal people of this land. We don't need foreigners as in mestizos, foreigners as in Ellis Island whites, which Biden has to be one. We don't need foreigner, non-black Indians coming over this country, telling us who we are and what we ought to do. No, and what we should get, no. No, that clown, I forgot that clown who was with the guy who used to be in Chicago, who used to be in CNN. I can't think of his name right now, man. Sweet Cakes, whatever. That clown insults the black community, yet his people fled the little slum area of India where they're from. All right? You come into my land and doing that, being disrespectful. But see, we have to understand that we are Aboriginal to this land. We got to start identifying ourselves as terminology like African American, which we're not. ADOS. We're not descendants of African slaves because we're not African. We're descendants of the Aboriginal blacks that were here. But you're going to have, I said this all the time, you're going to have to do the research, man. Some of you keep spitting out stuff that you learn from some Negro at some Negro school or some white university that taught to you by a Negro professor who's educated by white folks or some white professor. Most black Americans are already here. But these foreign blacks, like some of them Africans who was sitting in there trashing black Americans, man, that's obviously a jealousy and envy and hate that they wish they were us. Culturally, they wish they were us. Historically, they wish they were us. Because so-called black American culture and history is a global thing. It's not linked to just the tribe. Our stuff is global around the world. And it envies these individuals, hurts these individuals, that the fact is we have a hyper visuality around the world and no one cares about them. Alright? And it got to the point where now these clowns want to steal soul music and claim that soul music is African. Claim that funk music is African. Claim that R&B is Caribbean or African. Hip-hop is Caribbean. Or blues is jazz is African. No. All that stuff was created by Aboriginal black Americans. And when you hear these individuals try to steal it, it's sad. But it also tells you the fact is that their countries where they come from, where they originated from, have been decimated. And there's still a poor excuse of what you call a country. So they flee in their countries and they benefit off of stuff that what black people here in America fought for. Now the older generations said that, hey, you black, come in. That was a mistake. Because a lot of these individuals are little weasels and little leeches. that have latched onto our culture, hijacked it, said we don't have a culture, but try to claim our culture and say it's theirs. That's insulting, man. That's not a friend. Like I've always said in my other videos, just because someone black, they don't make them your brother. And the terminology, was it? Not all skin folks are kin folks, and that some of my people got to understand that, man. Not all skin folks are kin folks. There's a lot of these people who look like you, who look close to you, that's in that proximity of you. Is basically they're not you, or they're not of you or your background. And we gotta understand we got some disrespectful Negroes from these other areas, man. If they feel that they're so great, if they don't benefit off of what our people fought for, all right, like going to these Ivy League colleges, you benefit off of which was attended from Aboriginal and Black Americans. Don't attend HBCUs. Go on your own merit. Create your own space there if you really hate us that much. And many of you are showing this, man. Now I'm seeing more on the south side of Chicago. I mean, mostly Aboriginal Black America, but they're more on the south side of Chicago. You don't want to be around us. You want to be around the white folks up north. All right? So you want to come on the south side now and bring that self-hate mindset on the south side of Chicago. Stay home. Since you hate Black Americans so much, and this is our land. We're Aboriginal to the land. Some of us don't understand that. We keep talking about you descendants of slaves. You've been here for 400 years. That's a damn lie. You've been here longer than 400 years. We've been here. I want our people to understand that, man. We've been here. I made too many videos on that. I'm going to continue to make videos on that. That we are the Aboriginal people of this land. So we got to really reclaim our history. Reclaim our true culture. Reclaim everything of ours, man. We cannot run away from that. All right. So when I seen that video of those particular Africans making that statement, it has me scratch my head. For years, I used to watch Nightline, Good Morning America with I don't know. He used to be on there. The dude with the darker hair, Charles, I forget his name, and he used to be on there. And he left. Good Morning America, probably the mid 2000s, whatever. But I forget that guy's name. But I used to watch that stuff. Even the Today Show when Brian Gumbel was on there. Then Charles Corrupt on CBS Morning News. I used to watch that. Face the Nation back in the day. City Destiny in Chicago. I used to sit there and watch those shows and programs, man. And then I used to also hear about the issues, what happened with, the various different African countries always have these coups and everything, that they're killing each other, man, and these group of Negroes fighting these group of Negroes. You always used to hear them fighting all the time, man. But now they bring that little tribal mess over here to the Americas or to the UK or throughout Europe. And you want to talk bad about one group of people who are fighting and who have fought and who are proud of their history. We are proud of our history. But yet, you so proud of your history, but you're going to flee and run away to another country and talk about another group of people who have made it better for your ass, not only in this country, but in other countries. This is why I really believe you're not going to hit no Pan-African out of me. I rock with certain brothers and sisters who are on the same page, but collectively, man, stay the hell away from me. All right, and I mean that, man. Stay the hell away from me. I want nothing to do with your ass. Because you're shown to me that you're an enemy. I'm not one of these little so-called blacks who's going to sit there and say, like the African Diaspora channel, man, our brothers and sisters. No, that's not my brothers and sisters, man. We have our own culture and our own way of life. And our culture varies even here in the United States, man. And I mentioned before, you had black people in the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic, the Southeast, the Midwest, Southwest, and the West. hell, in the Pacific Northwest. But we we have a unique culture of our own. That's ours. That's ours to nurture and take pride in. Even with so-called soul food, it's trash and all that stuff is talked about, but it becomes, when it's loved, it's called Southern comfort food. With a bunch of white folks who've hijacked the culture, and then you get these little so-called foreign Negroes who hate black people doing that. I said before, man, black Americans are the model to blackness. We are the model, man. And our fist or our power or our influence, put it that way, goes around this planet. Remember, hip-hop is Aboriginal American culture. It's not Caribbean, man. It's Aboriginal American culture. From the source of his music is Aboriginal American culture, man. And when you hear people try to claim it, it's disgusting. Even when you listen to reggae, it's heavily influenced from rhythm and blues here in America. Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, the Wailers, they damn near worship the impressions. Curtis Mayfield, the impressions. They try to be like them. So it disgusts me when you get these foreigners talking about us, but we should really just step back as Aboriginal Black Americans and see that these are Negroes who are trying to just latch on to everything we've done. When we get a win, or when we do something like the Alabama incident, you gonna hear. I've heard some Haitians say that those are Haitian, that the Haitian spirit had nothing to do with Haiti. And then you'll probably say some people, those are Africans over in Alabama. No, they're not no goddamn Africans. Uma. Those are Aboriginal Black Americans. Stop giving credit that was created by the Aboriginal Black people here to Africa all the time, because Africa had nothing to do with this, man. Because the majority of the Africans here in America, unfortunately, love white daddy and mommy. And not all, but too many of them do. Same thing with a lot of Caribbeans and these black Latinos, man, who love whiteness. They want to be accepted by white folks. They want white people to embrace them and to take them in, or to understand them. I'm not looking for white folks to understand me, man. I want to be away from their ass as far as possible. We need to understand that. We need to understand who we are. We need to build amongst ourselves. When you look at this American culture, all through this American culture, man, you see black people, the hands, something in black person, Aboriginal black person have done that you see all through America that is spread around the world. The culture, the way people talk, slang. I can remember when the news media started using the word diss, when Dan Rather used the term diss. I'm saying, what? Diss was a term that was used and started by Aboriginal Black Americans, but now that's all over the damn planet. Diss, which is short for disrespect. Our history is solid. Like I mentioned before the other day, like Ashford Simpson, solid as a rock. Another Aboriginal Black American culture. Our culture is rich and it's strong. So when I heard that, man, I just shook my head and said, these little goofy Negroes, man, have a little animosity. Not a little, a lot of animosity and hatred towards Aboriginal Black Americans. Like I said, you'll never hear that term ADOS out of my mouth, because I'm not descending no damn African slaves. Alright, because we weren't descending no damn African slaves. We got to get that out of our head, man. There were black people here. There was millions of black people that were already here. We have to learn our true history. So, but this is something that I want to address, because this is something on my mind, man. We gotta stop allowing others to tell us who we are, or others who just look like us in skin complexion, but they're not of our ethnic, genealogical background. So they trying to, everything we do good, they want to latch onto. But when it's bad, that's not us, that's them other niggers. No, 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 hell no. No, that's not cool, man. That tells me that you're a damn leech. That's telling me that you're nothing but, I want to basically say, I don't want to say that terminology. I'm not going to go there. But it just tells me that you're a leech. And it mainly tells me that you are a straight up enemy and you're nothing but a black devil. So we got to be serious about this. We have to be serious on these issues and come to the realization that all skin folks aren't kinfolk. Some of us can't deal with it. Some of us have a hard problem. We put up these barriers to block ourselves from the truth, man. Some of these black people from these other lands, not all of them, are traitors. But they are not, they don't have the same bloodline, they don't have the history invested in this country like we do. We invested in this country. We built this country. We have so many black towns now that are flooded underwaters. I remember, part of my mini researching is you had people think of Iowa as a quote white town. Obviously, you had the black Indians who originally were there, but you had many black towns in Iowa, and a large number of them were by the railroad. So you had many black small towns in the state of Iowa. We were because, like I said, the Indians were black, but we're everywhere in this country. This is our country. We built it. We built the goddamn railroad. Don't let these people fool you, claim that foreigners built. Foreigners didn't do nothing. We built it. We have everything invested in this country. Other people, like I said, other people do not. So when they come over here, running their mouth, well, I'm black, I can speak up. No, you cannot speak on it. Because you're not of the lineage. You can talk about racism, but when it comes about the history of this country and how it was built and who built it, you have no say-so on it. So when I hear that stuff, man, that is insulting. Mind your damn business and shut the hell up. Insult my people. Insult my intelligence. But you quick to leech off of my culture. And then you talking about black Americans when it's still African culture. All you doing is stealing black culture. You have some kids over in Africa at a young age imitating Michael Jackson. That's black American culture. Nothing African about that. That's black, Aboriginal, black American culture. Hijack my stuff. Steal my stuff. Say I don't have the culture. But then you want to steal it and take credit for it. When you hear the bass or the bottom line music of hip-hop music, you don't hear the Jamaicans or any Caribbean or no quote Afro-Latino or African. You hear Aboriginal Americans. When I say Aboriginal Americans, I mean Aboriginal North Americans, black Americans. Trash the term ADOS. You're making yourself a foreigner, which you're not, descendant of African slaves. I'm going to repeat this. I said that in so many of my videos. And I'm going to continue to make some videos. I'll probably make some during the week or the end of the week. But I'm going to make me some more videos on our history, our true history. So, when I heard that, man, I just, look here, it's typical from a lot of these leeches, because a lot of these clowns want to pat on their head for white folks and think they're going to get their little golden biscuit from these white folks, man. But what do you expect? All right, what do you expect? So I look at it like that, man. But that just tells you that these individuals are leeches and they're enemies. So, brothers and sisters, start loving yourself and loving who you are. Stop allowing other people to speak for you, even if they have a darker skin tone. They have no business speaking on your history or your culture. And then want to make every single person black. I had them come on my page, man. Well, those are Africans. Now you guys, you're African, African, African. I mean that I am a Leho chick who I can't stand. Well, the Indians were African. They were African. No, they weren't. They were black. Yeah. So-called black. Yeah, they weren't African. Not every single black person is an African. But she's very disrespectful anyway, man. But yeah, you get some of you Negroes who support that chick, man. We got to stop that. We got to stop allowing people to leech off our culture, leech off our intellectual property. They had no business doing that. But see, that's partially on us for allowing that to happen. We're going to have to stop this. No one should be speaking on our history but us. Like that historical movie of Dr. King. Any movie that's dealing with an historical person, especially was Aboriginal Black American, should be played by Aboriginal Black American. Not no British actor who views himself or who's married to a white woman. Come on, man. And these people talk about Dr. King. King judged us for the content of our character, not the color of our skin. Okay, and then he want people to be treated fairly, but he was also for reparation. He was talking about cashing his check. And you can go look at that one online. We was talking to young black boys in the church. But then you get Negroes talking about King, talking about he died for us to marry another race of people. Shut up. No, he didn't. So you Negroes need to cut that out, man. Admit that you have self-hate and you want to lay down with Becky or Brad. So we're getting hit in all corners. From foreign blacks, and then you got the Negroes that are already here. We're going to have to just call them out, man, and just separate from them. And do not allow them back into the community. You sell out, you stay out. We're going to put it like a fence. Fence them Negroes out of there. Because that's what should be done. Do not take them back. A lot of these clowns want to weasel back. Do not take them back. But I want to say this now to a lot of you foreign Negroes and Negresses. Stay the hell out of our business, man. Do not speak in our business affairs. Unless you for what we doing, you got our back. But you can never take the lead because you're not of the lineage. You can never take the lead. But I'm emphasizing that you can never take lead. But to be disrespectful on our history and what we have done, to even pave the way for your black asses to be here, right there by you doing that, let us know that we should just keep ourselves from you, not from an arm's distance, but a mile's distance. Miles distance with an S. We must keep our distance from your ass. But the brothers and sisters who we rock with, I'm down with y'all, man. Yeah. Hell, I was rooting for the black women on the French team. They lost some penalty kicks, man, from the Women's World Cup, man, to Australia. I'm like, damn, man, really? You know, I'm gonna talk about sports too, because the football season coming up. I'm gonna talk about recruiting and college football. I guess a little bit in the NFL, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna throw that up in my stuff. I may do that separately, but I might just put it up in there, because I want to break that down too. Been following that for years, played the game, but I just want to say that, man, that's not cool, man. Now, what I just said, though, I'm not saying that people in other countries cannot do R&B music and all that stuff. No, but you just respect where it comes from and who created it. Because like R&B music is sung by people around the world, like black folks around the world, you know, and others. Even the Chicago style stepping, that's all over the damn world, man. You got people doing Chicago stepping, obviously in the UK and Brazil. So that's interesting. Chicago style stepping is all over the world. In France too. Yeah, I forgot in France. So I've seen videos with the dude teaching them, black guy teaching the people over there. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them obviously just learning. But I watch that. To see what's going on. Around the world. But I just wanted to emphasize that in this video, man. We put respect on the name of Aboriginal Black Americans. That's who we are. You got to stop the term ADOS. I said that in yesterday's video, and I'm saying that again today. All right, brothers and sisters, this is your brother G World, man, making this quick video on this Drury Sunday, man. It's crazy as hell. It'll get like this sometime in August. Then when the first weekend of high school football and college football is all real hot and stuff, man. I don't know why it does this in August, man. I didn't watch the Bud Billigan parade yesterday. I may watch a recap on the ABC app, whatever, man. But I didn't see it. It's the first time I actually didn't watch it. I was doing something, man. I used to just look at a little bit of it, of the Bud Billigan parade. But all right, brothers and sisters, man, stay up, man. Stay love.